Hey everyone, hang on before we start this. All right, there we go. Now we're starting. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is all about the Golden Globes. They are on Sunday, and they set off the award season. Hi Timothy. They will either help predict the Oscar race or throw in a complete and utter chaos. It's usually one or the other. It's usually whatever they feel like today. And with a year that's not only starting late, but very open ended, we can get some very interesting winners, let's just say that. So we're gonna review all the categories. I'm gonna review what I think will win. And don't forget, you guys can comment on what you think will win too. Let's start with Best Supporting Actor in a Television Series. We have John Boyega from Small Axe, Brendan Gleeson from The Comey Rule, Dan Levy for Schitt's Creek, Jim Parsons for Hollywood, and Donald Sutherland for The Undoing. I think this is easily going to go Dan Levy. I think he might be the only win for the actors from Schitt's Creek because I think they're going to try to spread the wealth among other shows. I definitely don't think Schitt's Creek will sweep the way the Emmys did. But I think if they want to reward one of the actors, I think supporting actor is the best chance. If not, then John Boyega from Small Axe. But I think Dan Levy has it in the bag. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this category. Because I feel like supporting actor in both the movie and the TV side are very open. So a lot of interesting stuff can happen. And supporting actress in a television series, we had Gillian Anderson and Helena Bonham Carter from The Crown, Julia Gardner for Ozark, Annie Murphy for Schitt's Creek, and Cynthia Nixon for Ratched. This is going to go Gillian Anderson. Done. For the same reason I have, even if they don't want to give the crown every single award, they can easily reward it in supporting actress. And I think Gillian Anderson is more than deserving. However, if her and Carter split, I think this is going to go Julia Gardner for Ozark. But I think Anderson has it pretty much in the bag, locked and loaded, ready to go. Now we get to Best Actor and Actress in a Miniseries. For actress in a miniseries, we have Kate Blanchett in This Is America, Daisy Edgar Jones, Normal People, Celia Haas, Unorthodox, Nicole Kidman, The Undoing, and Anna Taylor-Joy, The Queen's Gambit. Anna Taylor-Joy, The Queen's Gambit, done. There's going to be no debate. She's going to win. She's going to sweep the Emmy coming up in September. I think she has this in the bag. I don't think anyone's going to upset her, but it is very possible. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that, but I think Anna Taylor-Joy has it. And then an actor in television miniseries, we have Bryan Cranston, Your Honor, Jeff Daniels, The Comey Rule, Hugh Grant, The Undoing, Ethan Hawke, The Good Lord Burn, and Mark Ruffalo. I know this much is true. I think Hugh Grant's going to win. The Undoing has the most nominations out of all the miniseries nominated. And I think if they want to reward The Undoing, here you go. I think though Ethan Hawke and Mark Ruffalo are very strong contenders and can easily win, but I think this is going to go Hugh Grant. And now we can move on to best miniseries. We have Normal People, Queen's Gambit, Small Axe, The Undoing, and Unorthodox. Queen's Gambit. It's gonna win. I think it's gonna sweep at the Emmys. Boom, done. Now we move on to comedy actors and series. For comedy actors, we have Lily Collins for Emily in Paris, Katie Cuoco for The Flight Attendant, Elle Fanning the Great, Jane, Jane Levy Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and Catherine O'Hara Schitt's Creek. I know the obvious pick here is Catherine O'Hara. I understand that. I think even Katie Cuoco's probably an obvious pick too. But my gut's telling me go with Lily Collins for Emily in Paris. It's a show that they like. It's a show right up their alley. Apparently, there's some sort of bribery that happened between them. Apparently, a bunch of members in 2019 were flown to the set by the Paramount Network, get to stay in this expensive hotel, get to meet the cast of Emily in Paris. But I seriously think, even without that, I think Lily Collins has a strong chance. And that's who I'm going to go for. But Katie Cuoco, Catherine O'Hara, those are the obvious picks. And the best actor, musical or comedy, Don Cheadle, Black Monday, Nicholas Hoult, The Gray, Eugene Levy, Schitt's Creek, Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, and Rami Youssef Rami. Jason Sudeikis. This is a show that's definitely right up their alley. They love to reward Saturday Night Live members. Um, Andy Samberg, I forgot his name for a second. Andy Samberg won this category for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think, I think, I think Ted Lasso is a great show. It definitely deserves some sort of recognition, and I think this is where they're going to get it. And then best television series musical comedy: Emily in Paris, The Flight Attendant, The Grey, Schitt's Creek, and Ted Lasso. I think this is a two-way race between Schitt's Creek and Ted Lasso. Schitt's Creek, obviously the big cultural phenomenon that it is. And then you have Ted Lasso, who's this new show that kind of picked up and everybody's loving it. It's kind of been everyone's like go-to show with everything going on in the world. So I think it's between those two, and I think both of them stand a very good chance of winning. I think the comedy categories on the TV side are a lot open-ended. I know a lot of people think they're not, but they are. A lot of interesting stuff can happen. And I think a lot of people might get mad at what happens in these categories. I can sense that. Let's move on to Best Television Drama. For Best Actress, you have Olivia Colman and Emma Corrin for The Crown, Jodie Comer for Killing Eve, Laura Linney for Ozark, and Sarah Paulson for Ratched. I prefer Emma Corrin in the category. I know a lot of people do, and I think she's the favorite, and deservedly so. But I think it's possible that her and Coleman could cancel each other out. And if that's the case, I think Sarah Paulson's going to swoop in and steal the Golden Globe from them. I'm going to go with Sarah Paulson. And plus, they love Ryan Murphy. I mean, you look what happened with the prom. Don't even get me started on that. And then we move on to Best Actor Television Series Drama. You have Jason Bateman for Ozark, Josh O'Connor for The Crown, Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul, Al Pacino for Hunters, and Matthew Rhys, Perry Mason. This is a tough one. I I know the obvious pick is Josh O'Connor for The Crown, but I think I'm going to go with Jason Bateman for Ozark. Uh, they didn't love Ozark the past few seasons, but they did nominate Jason Bateman all this time. This is their last chance to reward him for this show. I think we'll see him again when he does other shows or movies down the road. And I think I'm going to go with Jason Bateman. But I can easily see Josh O'Connor or even Matthew Rhys Snipe in it. And then Best Television Series Drama, you have The Crown, Lovecraft Country, which I'm disappointed didn't get more acting nominations. The Mandalorian, Ozark, and Ratched. I think this is going to go Crown easily, but I think Ratched can easily sneak up. I think Ozark can sneak up. This is definitely a three-way race between The Crown, Ozark, and Ratchet. How thin? They're all from Netflix. But I think it's between those three. I think if Lovecraft and The Mandalorian had at least a few more nominations, I think that would have helped its case to win. But they just don't. They only nominated the show, which I think is a shame. All right. Hey, Morgan. Before we dive into the movie side, let me know what you guys think about the TV categories. What do you think's going to win here? Check on something. Hang on. Okay. Sorry about that. Just messaging my girlfriend. Oh wow. Okay. You think the Mandalorian's going to win, Morgan? I think it's possible, but I think the thing that's making me doubt it is because it just didn't get any more nominations. Yeah, I think Pedro Pascal could have easily snuck in, but it just didn't get anything. But The Mandalorian is very possible. I feel like things are weird here, and I think TV. There's just no clear front runner. No one's gonna really snipe it. No one's gonna really take it. So I think TV could get more weird, while the movies could be more straightforward. There's definitely there's stuff. It's definitely gonna get interesting. That I can assure you. They're the Golden Globes. They're always known for their weirdness. All right, let's dive into the biggest categories of them all, the movies. Sorry. Okay. Best foreign language film, Another Round, La Llorona, The Life Ahead, Minari, and Two of Us. Minari's gonna win, but I think The Life Ahead has a strong chance. Usually, when you look at best foreign language and best animated, usually it's a feather in their cap, like a bonus, if they're nominated more than just foreign language film. So I think Minari is clearly the favorite. I think Minari is going to win. But don't be surprised if The Life Ahead does, because it's the only one out of these five that have an extra nomination. It's nominated Best Song. And we'll talk about Best Song in a minute, how that's a category is an interesting mess of its own. Minari 100% Timothy. Yeah, I agree. I think Minari's the favorite. I think Minari should win, but I think The Life Ahead is something you need to watch out for. Hey, Gabby. Hey, baby. How are you? Welcome. Best animated film: The Croods: A New Age, Onward, Over the Moon, Soul, and Wolfwalkers. Soul easily gonna win, hands down, no contest. Again, like I mentioned before, it helps the fact that Soul has another nomination. They have that nomination score. And I think Soul, not only from Pixar, but I think it's the best out of the five. I haven't seen Wolfwalkers yet. We'll see. You're about to kill your TV. Very relatable. Um, Best score: Soul, Mank, News of the World, The Midnight Sky, and Tenet. I think Soul's gonna win score. That like Mank is the only one that has a shot at beating Soul, and that's mostly because it's by the same people. The same people who did the score for Mank also did the score for Soul, and I think that helps too. But I think Soul's gonna win. We go to best song now. You have Fight for You from Judas and the Black Messiah, Hear My Voice from the Trial of Chicago 7, Scene from the Life Ahead, Speak Now from One Night in Miami, and Tigers and Tweed from the United States versus Billie Holiday. I think Speak Now from One Night in Miami is going to win. Out of all the songs, that's the one that I most remember. And also, I also think it's just a great song in general. But it wouldn't surprise me if any of these win. The song is the song categories are all weird, especially here because most of the nominations don't usually match up to the Oscars. All right, now we're getting to the toughies. I hope you're ready. Best screenplay: Promising Young Woman, Mank, Child of Chicago 7, The Father, and Nomadland. Now these five match Best Picture Drama, and this is a hard category because I think either Promising Young Woman, Trial of Chicago 7 are going to win. And I feel like whatever wins screenplay will win Best Picture Drama at the Best Picture Drama at the Globes. You think Nomadland will probably win? I think so. I think if Nomadland wins screenplay here, they'll win Best Picture Drama. I definitely think no matter what, the winner here will match Best Picture Drama. So if best screenplays are early on in the show and you know best drama is not until the end, I think whatever wins best screenplay will win Best Picture Drama. So it's definitely something to watch out for early on in the show and see what happens from there. I think my pick right now is Charlie Chicago 7, and I'm picking that to win Best Picture Drama. Best Director, Emerald Fennell from Promising Young Woman, David Fincher from Mank, Regina King for One Night in Miami, Aaron Sorkin for The Trial of Chicago 7, and Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. Chloe Zhao. This reminds me a lot of Roma a few years ago, in which some people didn't like the movie itself, but they loved the direction of it. And I think Nomadland is the exact same case here. Like some people aren't totally in love with the movie, but they love the direction that the director took. Chloe Zhao all the way. Yeah, I think she's gonna. Out of all the categories, I think her winning director is the only one that's gonna sweep all the way to the Oscars. I think it can get interesting here, but I think Chloe Zhao is gonna win. Best supporting actress. Ooh. Then close for Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman for The Father, Jodie Foster for The Montanian, Amanda Seyfried for Mank, and Helena Zengel for News of the World. I think Glenn Close might win here, or Amanda Seyfried, or Olivia Colman. You can't count out Olivia Colman because Olivia Colman has been nominated at the Globes 3 times and she won 3 times. She's definitely someone you cannot underestimate. But I think either Amanda or Glenn is going to win here. But it can get very interesting. My little friend is here. You want to say hello? Hi. You little kitty. You little kitty cat. But yeah, I think Amanda Seyfried and Glenn Close will win here. I think regardless, and we'll talk about supporting actor in Lily a second, but I think that no matter what, I don't think any supporting categories will sweep. I definitely see them mixed up. Oh, cute kitty. Yeah, she's really adorable. We call her raccoon because of the raccoon tail. But yeah, and definitely think supporting actor and supporting actress will not sweep. I mean, we know that at SAG because if Amanda Seyfried's going to win the Oscar, she's not even nominated at SAG. So yeah, I think they can get interesting. Supporting actor now: Sacha Baron Cohen for The Trial of Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah, Jared Leto for The Little Things, Bill Murray on The Rocks, Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami. Now, I think Kaluuya's gonna win the Oscar, but I think Sacha Baron Cohen's gonna win here. I do, and I can honestly see Jared Leto winning too. I know that sounds totally crazy and insane, but these are the Globes. They don't care what we think. They don't care what others think. They nominate whatever they want. I mean, we'll talk about comedy in a second, but they nominate music for God's sakes, and we all know the dumpster fire music is. So they just don't care. I absolutely boycott a movie asking for a friend. You just don't watch and you encourage people not to watch it. That's my best answer. Unfortunately, I did see music and I regret. Really, I needed bleach for my eyes for how bad music was. Never again. Sia's done. I don't know as a singer, but Sia is 100% done in terms of writing and directing a movie. Like, wow. But back to supporting actor. I think Kaluuya's going to win the Oscar, but I think Cohen's going to win here. And we'll talk about this when we get to actor comedy musical, but I think it's possible that Cohen does what we call a Winslet, in which they win two Golden Globes in different acting categories on the same night. And I think Sacha Baron Cohen is possible, and I think that's what's going to happen. So he's my pick. Clulia winning wouldn't surprise me, and Leto winning wouldn't surprise me. All right, best actor musical or comedy: Sacha Baron Cohen for Borat's subsequent movie film, James Corden for the. Oh, out of all the people you could have nominated for the prom, you picked James Corden. Okay, sure. I would have picked Andrew Winellis if you're going to pick a male actor from prom, but that's just me. Lin-Manuel Miranda for Hamilton. Dev Patel for the personal history of David Copperfield, and Andy Samberg for Palm Springs. I think Sacha Baron Cohen's going to win here, and I think he's going to pull a Winslet. I think he's going to win two acting Golden Globes on the same night. I think that's what's going to happen. However, if they don't pick him, I think it's not between if Cohen doesn't win here, I think it's going to be between Miranda and Samberg. But I think Cohen has that unlocked. That's probably the most locked category of the whole night. Now we go to the total opposite. With Best Actress Musical Comedy, you have Maria Bakalova for Borat's subsequent movie film, Kate Hudson for music, Michelle Pfeiffer for French Transit, Rosamund Pike for I Can Walk, and Anna Taylor-Joy for Emma. Leto wasn't even that good. He was easily the weakest performance of the three from the Little Things. Yeah, I agree. But they still nominate him. And SAG nominated him too. It was important that SAG nominated Leto because the acting branch is the biggest branch in the whole academy. I mean, you just can't ignore that. Unfortunately, Leto is seriously in the acting race, whether we want to or not. Now, I know the obvious pick here is Baklova, and I am going to pick her, but I think Rosamund Pike is a strong, strong contender. I think Pike might upset Baklova, and I think Pfeiffer also has a good chance of upsetting Baklova. I know people are saying actors, comedy, musicals a lock for Baklova, lock, lock, lock. It's not, especially with the buzz that Pike just got for I Care a Lot. It just came out. It just came out on Friday on Netflix, and everyone's raving about her performance in it. I think she is a strong threat, and it wouldn't surprise me if Pike wins, and I would be okay with that. To be honest, I would be okay with anyone of the ladies winning except for Hudson for music. But Taylor Joy was great in Emma. Pike was great in I Care a Lot. The French Exit, even though a lot of problems, I thought Pfeiffer was excellent. And Baklova, I thought was great in Borat too. So Let me know what you think about this category. This one, I'm curious about people's thoughts on it. All right, well, we'll move on to the acting drama categories. For actress drama, you have Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day for The United States versus Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. I think that it's between McDormand and Mulligan. I'm leaning more towards Mulligan right now. I feel like her performance is strong, and her movie itself did really well here. But so did Nomadland with Frances McDormand. Timothy saying Carey Mulligan. I think she's gonna win. I think this is Mulligan's time to shine. I thought she was excellent in that. But I think McDormand winning wouldn't be a surprise. I feel like Nomadland and Promising Young Woman are the strongest movies in Best Actress, and I think Mulligan's gonna win. Uh, we'll see. God only knows what's gonna happen with the Globes. For all we know, they could pick Andre Day. Best Actor Drama: Riz Ahmed's Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins for The Father, Gary Oldman for Mank, and Taha Rahim for The Mauritanian. This is a two-man race between Chadwick Boseman and Anthony Hopkins. I think I can see a case in which Hopkins wins here, but Boseman wins the Oscar. So I think they're going to go with Anthony Hopkins here because, again, my logic is The Father is the only one nominated in Best Picture Drama out of all of these. Oh, and Mank, but I think Hopkins' performance is very strong here. And even if Boseman doesn't win here, I think he's gonna win the Oscar anyway. What do you guys think? Because I think it can go between either one between these two. Anyway, Best Picture Musical or Comedy. Borat's subsequent movie film, Hamilton, Music, Palm Springs, and The Prom. This one's I'm going with Borat, subsequent movie film, but I can see Hamilton easily winning, even when Manuel Miranda down Hamilton easily. Well, Hamilton helps. It has that Disney behind it, has that Disney money behind it. Because I'm reviewing music, get ready to see me bash it. Oh, I'll be ready for it. Don't worry about that. But yeah, music wins this work. All in the country. Actually, Gabby, you should stay in the world because the group is made up of 90 foreign journalists in Hollywood. Victor, I think Hamilton too. Yeah, I think Hamilton's the clear winner here. I think Hamilton and Borat are the two winners, like the two clear ones. But who knows? I think I think this is gonna be weird and interesting. Yeah, go Hamilton. It's definitely between Hamilton and Borat. I think either one of them could win. Sorry, these are really good Star Wars movies. But yeah, Best Picture Drama. Last category to talk about, and then I'll leave it open to questions if anyone has them. The Father, Mank, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, The Trial of Chicago 7. I think Trial of Chicago 7 is going to win here. And that's only because I picked it for screenplay. And I feel like now I have to pick it for Best Picture Drama. But I think it really depends on who's drama. I think if Nomadland wins screenplay, I think it's going to win Best Picture Drama. If Promising Young Woman wins screenplay, I think it wins picture drama. If Mank wins best screenplay, I think it wins picture drama. If The Father wins screenplay, it wins picture drama. So it's really going to come down to that screenplay category to determine the winner for Best Picture Drama. So I get ready for some surprises. God, the Golden Globes are a mess, but they at least picked the right people to honor. Jane Fonda's receiving the Cecil B. receiving the Carol Burnett Award. They at least got that right. That's the that's the only positivity they're getting from me. The rest, especially with their bribery and other nonsense they do. So I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions or you have any of your predictions, let me know. It's the worst movie ever made. Music. It is. I saw it. I can confirm that it's the worst movie ever made. I think I gave it like a negative 39, 139 out of 10. Like, if I had to go in negative numbers for your movie, that should tell you it sucked. But yeah, 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 yeah. Like, even if they didn't have the controversy with the autistic community, it still was poorly written, poorly directed. It like it's a movie that's had no thought to it, even from the beginning. Like, take away the controversy for a second. It was just poorly written, poorly made, poorly directed. The music wasn't as great as they promised. It lacks everything. Exactly. I could not put it better myself. Yeah, it's just a poorly made movie with tons of controversy around. Since screenplays between Trial and Promising Young Women, then one of those two will win drama. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think it's between those two for a screenplay and picture drama. Are you trying to say Cats is better? I'm not saying Cats is. I think Cats are better. Is better because at least Cats has somewhat a plot. I mean, music just has zero plot. She's not a screenwriter. One in the world. Sia wrote, directed, and co-produced this movie. By the way, that scared me. It scared me too. It was bad, but at least the singing was tolerable. Even the music, I wouldn't call the singing that great either. That scared me too. So did I. Don't worry. You're not alone in this. I still can't believe Cats was made by the same person who did the King's Speech and Les Miserables. Like, like that's sad in my opinion. Like, wow, like you could make this amazing musical, and then when you get to Cats, you just suck. Exactly, that's how I feel too. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are hosting the Golden Globes. Tina Fey is on the East Coast. Amy Poehler is on the West Coast. So I'm curious to see how they do that. There's going to be presenters on both coasts. It's weird. The presenters are physically there, and then the nominees have to stay home. It's like, what's the point of that then? I don't know. Les Mis is a work of art. Oh yeah, I totally agree. I think Les Miserables is probably one of the best movie musicals out there. Period. I think it's just well acted, well sung, well directed. And I know people don't like Anne Hathaway, but she deserved that Oscar. And I think I would probably put it in one of my best of the decade awards. But even, but I'm not sure about that. That I have to think about a little more. Um, I know, I know some people are asking. Well, some people are not asking. I'm just imagining that in my own mind. But the last video I did, I actually started my own award show with a bunch of people I know on Twitter that are huge award and fan fanatics, called the HTPA, the Hollywood Twitter Press Association. And it was kind of like our own version of the Golden Globes. That was the nominations I read in my last video. I kind of just had fun with it. A bunch of us came up with our own like nominations of what we thought the Golden Globes should do. We took all the TV out and more movie categories to it. It was really fun. I'm Victor. Sorry I missed supporting actor. Do you think Coolio can win? I talked about this. I think Coolio has the Oscar, even if he misses the Globe. I do think Conan's gonna win here, but I think Coolio's gonna win everything else. Yeah, Coolio has a good chance. I'm more of a music awards girl, but I still love TV and movies. I like music awards too. I just don't know that much about them as much as I do TV and movies. I definitely consider movies to be where I shine the most. Thanks for the answer. No problem. For the people who came in late, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Gotcha. Understandable. Yeah. Yeah. It's not that I don't like watching them. It's just I don't understand their awards body as much as I do the Golden Globes and the Oscars. I can understand 90 foreign journalists is better than I can do 10,000 people who make movies in Hollywood. You win some, you lose some. I think this Golden Globes is probably the most important one in recent memory because I feel like there's no clear frontrunner in any category. And the Golden Globes can either shape up those races or completely destroy it and throw it in the recycling bin. They're, they do have a strong influence, despite them being 90 old white journalists that are from other countries that work in Hollywood. They don't have a single black member. They have, I believe it was like 16 women out of 90. I forget the exact number on that, but it's kind of interesting that they have so much influence despite them not really representing what Hollywood and the world looks like. So, but either way, though, they do impact the race, whether we want to or not. Like I said, I would cry if Lily Collins wins. I'll be spamming you on Twitter. I know you would, honey. I know you would. But yeah, Lily. I think Lily Collins is going to win here. I really do. It's definitely a show they love, even minus the bribery that the network did. I still think Collins has a shot, and that's who I'm picking. Even though I wouldn't surprise me if Cuoco or O'Hara wins. Yeah, absolutely. I'll probably leave this open for another couple minutes. So if you guys have any last minute questions, now's your chance. Just checking something here. Are you guys going to be watching the Golden Globes on Sunday? Let me know down in the comments. Kate Hudson's presenting. Yeah, madam. She's probably presenting the clip from music. All right, I think that's about it for now. What award show do you like the most? I think probably the Golden Globes because of their weirdness and their wackiness, but I think the Globes are my favorite. All right, I think that's about do it for now. I'll probably do more of these in the future. If you guys can follow me on Twitter under Matthew Anzalone, and I'll probably can do one more of these on Saturday. I'll do one more to update my final predictions. But until then, I'll see you guys later and bye.